Hey there, Minecraft fans, my name's Luke the Notable, and in this video I'll be surviving 100 days in Minecraft Super Flat. Super Flat is an official Minecraft world style that is obviously very flat. Yep, the entire world is flat. 3 layers of dirt and an unbreakable bedrock. Structures can generate like this village here, but other than that, there's pretty much nothing. I also want to point out I'm playing on hardcore mode, so if I die, the whole world is deleted and my playthrough is over. I've had this idea for months and I was super excited to get playing. It was a lot of fun and I definitely think you should try it yourself. Though you're gonna have to steal from the villagers, so you gotta be okay with that if you want to live in Super Flat. That's pretty much all I did day one. I stole food, I stole cobblestone. If it weren't for these villages, I'd probably already be dead. But after a productive day one, I had some shelter, stone tools, and taters, which is really all you can hope for. Like my original 100 days, the only objective here is to not die, and that's asking a lot for Super Flat. The most immediate threat was the slimes. Because of how the world is created, they will constantly spawn even in daylight. And without armor and stone weapons, I had to be incredibly careful here. All I tried to do today was cut down a few trees, but the relentless slimes kept me barricaded in my house. One golem in the town kinda helped, but the slimes spawn way faster than I can kill them, so I barely got anything done today. So day 3, I spent some time building a wall. No golems allowed. Slimes can still technically spawn inside the wall because this game mode is torture, but none can get in from outside. Yep, it's day 3 and the clopping of the slimes is already starting to drive me insane. I just want a tree! Yeah! But hey, I just got an idea of how to get some iron. I just have to wait. I know I could just kill the golems manually, but I'm scared. Alright, it's day 4, I'm not dead yet, and I have a bucket! A bucket, new tree farm, wall, I'm living large. Yeah, I'm doing so well, I decided to set up another base today. I spawned near 2 villages and it'd be nice to be between them. Of course, I built my new base out of slime, because I hate them. Hate is a strong word, but this time it's very accurate. Could've used dirt, probably should've used dirt. I can punch holes in my walls way too easy here. Yeah, and then I forgot a bed, so I couldn't even sleep there tonight. Had to run through the slime field. Right in early day 5, I was back at the slime compound installing a wall, for obvious reasons. Now I got a wall, I got a farm, I got a house, looking pretty prosperous over here. Slimes don't seem to be able to spawn inside of my wall. I'm not sure why, but I'm gonna take it as a massive success. And yeah, I don't have a roof, but I've got 2 doors, so it's home. Alright, now that I have my own house, I can really start ripping away all of these villagers' possessions. I don't want to get too crazy though, mostly just want some easy wood for some charcoal. You can't mine coal in Super Flat because coal doesn't exist, so this is the only way to get torches. That was all I did on day 6, pretty sure I had to pee, so I just let that charcoal cook. Some of the trees sprouted on day 7, and that's good because now I can build more wall. Of course, nothing's easy. About 1,000 slimes protested my new wall, so I killed them. Got a nice new partition today done though, gonna fill it with farmland. I've got massive dreams for this farm. Today I'm just putting down the structure. I don't even have the seeds for it. If I want good stuff in Super Flat, I've got to trade with the villagers, and farming is a great way to get that started. Of course, the slimes got in the way the whole time, even with the wall. So there was more of the same on day 9, taking stuff from the villagers and getting attacked by slimes. Mark my words, one day when my true power is realized, I will eradicate them all. Listen, if all you heard all day was the pitters and patters of slimes, you'd want to cleanse them from the world as well. Stonks were looking pretty good on day 10. I had a reliable method of getting food and blocks. And I had some iron, so I made a sword and a pickaxe. I think most of us probably would. I still didn't have armor, but I was getting pretty confident at running away from the slimes, especially in an open field. So I decided to go after some farther villages. Get out of bed, Timmy, or I'll kill your parents. I'm mostly just here for the seeds, carrots, potatoes, wheat, it doesn't matter. Every village also has houses in them that can spawn chests, which can have some decent items. But for now, bread excites me. In this village, I found a Fletcher and sold some sticks to him for some easy emeralds. I definitely made sure to take his workstation. There's no other way to make them because you can't get flint in Super Flat. I can already tell I'm gonna have to do a lot more adventuring to get the good stuff, but hey, adventuring's fun. My inventory was bursting with loot though, so day 12 I had to bunny hop my way home. But with all these new seeds, I'm starting to get a pretty massive farm. Oh yeah, in a few days, that's gonna make some good money. Now it's day 13 and I'm feeling lucky. Gonna try to get a villager back to my slime compound. Well, this isn't gonna work, but at least he can't get out of the boat. Yeah, really not sure I'm gonna be able to go over the slime field in a boat. I'm still naked. Just one of the big boys kills me in like 3 hits. It's not worth the risk. So day 14, I started building a tunnel. Gonna connect my compound to the village. At this point, I was just grateful that there's 3 dirt blocks above the bedrock. Otherwise, this tunnel wouldn't have worked. I also spent some time farming, and the slimes cheered me on the entire time. I still have more digging to do. Gotta get this tunnel boat sized. It might just look like a dirt tunnel now, but I swear this is my first step towards greatness. Aw, hey bro, what's up? Yeah, check out this house. Nothing sinister in there. Sure, this isn't the prettiest villager abduction tunnel, but this is hardcore Super Flat. It's not about vanity. And look at that, after a few days of labor, I had my own Fletcher right by camp. So now I can sell all the wood I generate on a day-to-day basis for huge profits, and I'll work on selling my crops next. I lied, the first thing I did was set up an armorer, so now I can buy some iron armor. Of course, I'm gonna need more money to get a full set, but I think eventually I'll be able to get some diamond armor. Oh, and if you were wondering, this guy's still out here. He's fine. The slimes don't go after him. I barely ever use third-person mode. I just don't like how it looks. I just don't trust these slimes one bit. I've been pretty good about sleeping through the night. Didn't want any monsters to spawn on my land. But one night I go without sleeping, and look at this. Creepers, bats. Ugh. Oh, hey, look. Free bones and arrows. goes. I guess it's not all bad. I got that villager in today, made him an armor, and bought some pants from him. Nice. At night, I lit up the compound with some torches. I just haven't had enough to do it, but I really don't want creepers spawning inside my walls again. Day 18, I'm finally grabbing a farmer. At least I would be if the slimes would let me. It didn't take long to get the farmer in, just had to do a little paddling across bedrock, which honestly feels kind of weird. But now I have two money-making methods, my oak logs for sticks and my glorious farm. No slimes, sorry, you can't have any, you don't have rights. So now I can sell carrots, beets, sticks, and maybe eventually I can even buy food from this guy. It's all connected. And hey, the armorer started selling chainmail boots, so I'm completely covered. I'm really starting to feel confident by day 19. I've got armor, walls, bread, everything you need. You know, at this point I could probably just chill in a hole for the next 81 days, make it to 100 and call it a wrap, but I'm gonna keep going. Today I got a second farmer, so hopefully I can diversify my farm profit. Day 20 was a good one. Started off by getting some free arrows and killing bitches on my land. I meant witches. Yeah, witches. And after selling some sticks to this idiot, I had enough emeralds to buy some diamond armor. Just some diamond Tims for now, it's all I can afford. Just kidding, I'm hella rich off sticks and got some diamond pants too. And I don't have enough money for it yet, but a few more emeralds I'll be able to get a full set. So of course I went straight back to chopping wood. Diamond armor was a huge goal for me. You know, in the last year or so, I've come a long way in Minecraft. I've definitely gotten a lot better at the game. In my original 100 days, by day 21, I didn't have nearly as much as I have now on a super flat world. Well, I guess my house is made out of slime and still doesn't have a roof, but at least I have some diamond armor. All I'm saying is I really doubt I'd be able to live like this if I tried this challenge a year ago. I would definitely, almost certainly end up dead. I'm mostly bringing this up because a lot of the footage for these days are me chopping. I really wanted that diamond armor. There it is though, full set of diamonds on a super flat world. Next thing I'm going for is tools. Though I really don't want to farm and chop the whole time for all of my diamonds, it's not very interesting content and honestly not very fun to play. So day 23, I hit the road with a map and some food, looking for some of that good village loot. Oh, there's so much I can get. Pretty much every village at this point had something that I had never had before. There's just a lot of value in these villages that you don't normally see in a regular Minecraft playthrough. Every single stonemason I found was a free emerald. Mostly though, I was looking for a saddle, because with a horse I could explore even more and get even more items. A horse would save a lot of food too. Bunny hopping is quite taxing on your body, and I gotta say, with my new diamond armor, even the big slimes don't pose much of a threat. Day 25, I found a weaponsmith. I forgot these existed. They have 2 blocks of lava. The weaponsmith also has a chest that has some really nice loot inside here. I got some free iron tools. Oh hey, the next village over had another one. Look at that. And the chest inside had a saddle. That's a notable moment right there. And on my way back home, I copped a horse. We're best friends forever, until he dies. This right here, this is a massive upgrade. I am living! Thanks to my new horse, I was able to get home quickly and made a toolsmith. Looks like I'm gonna need a fair amount of iron to level him up. Shouldn't be too hard to get some. I know where some golems live. I also tried to get a weaponsmith, but he wanted to be a farmer. Well, it's his life. So now I'm going back out, but this time I have a horse, so I'll be a lot more efficient. Like I said, I need iron, so I'm gonna be stopping in the villages that I know about and killing the golems there. I know I probably could have started doing this a long time ago, but I don't really feel comfortable using this method unless I have some decent armor. Nothing happened on day 28. No, nothing at all. Yeah, more of the same, just looking for that village loot. If I find enough lava, I can probably make a nether portal. After finding some more lava, I almost left this weaponsmith without checking the chest inside. That would have been a big mistake, because your boy found diamonds! Natural diamonds in a super flat world. This is huge. I can do so much now. Ah! I'm pretty sure that's not the only way you can find a natural diamond in a super flat world, but just the fact that I got him, I was feeling good. And to make things even better, day 29, I found another weaponsmith, and this chest had obsidian. Well, now I can make a nether portal. Time to go back home and find out if the nether is flat too. Building the actual portal is going to be a bit tough. I have to use lava, and I don't have a flint and steel to light it. I also should have been a little more careful. I don't have a diamond pickaxe, so I messed up here and wasn't able to fix it. Fortunately, I had enough lava and obsidian to make the portal without much issue. Though like I said, without flint and steel, lighting it was going to be a huge problem. I've never done this before. Took pretty much all of day 30 and several awful YouTube tutorials, but I got the portal lit, which is lit. I wasn't really prepared to go into the nether on day 31, so I had to do some chores, get a new sword, you know, that sort of thing. That gave me an opportunity to make some more money. I'm gonna need tons of it if I ever want a diamond sword. I guess I could use some of the diamonds that I found while adventuring, but you never know when you're gonna find more of those. They're very rare. Oh well, doing your chores is good for the soul. Now it's time to go to the nether. It's not flat. I never thought it would be, but it might have been cool. You know, my dad works at Minecraft. He may be able to pull some strings and make a super flat nether. It was also a real kick in the ovaries spawning in soul sand. So I brought this horse I don't care about into the nether. This should help. Yeah, he really didn't get me too far. Had to abandon him in a crimson forest. Of course, I was down here looking for all the good stuff like nether fortresses, the blackstone fortresses, but only found some gold. Part of it is I was just going really slow, not trying to get clapped in the nether. Quartz and gold was enough for me. It's not like I can get it anywhere else. Hey look, gravel! On super flat, even that's precious. I grabbed as much as I could. And I found a fortress. Couple hundred blocks away, not too bad. You really gotta be careful in these things, and this this ghast reminded me of that almost immediately. Hey, some netherrack. That'll be nice for making potions if I ever find a way to make glass bottles. I looted up the fortress and found myself a flint and steel. That would have been nice a few days ago. I also farmed up some blazes. It looks like I'm in trouble, but I'm actually totally fine. I made it back home with some great loot and alive. This nether adventure has been a great success. So now I'm gonna put some of this nether stuff to good use. I have a whole new dimension that I can profit off of. After connecting to the nether, one of the first new villagers I installed was a cleric. One of the only easy ways to get redstone in a super flat world, and I should be able to purchase ender pearls from him later. So I blew pretty much my entire life savings, all of my gold on this cleric to get myself some ender pearls. Then using some blaze powder, I turned them into Eye of Enders to hopefully find the end. Unfortunately, nothing happened. Yeah, absolutely nothing. I spent all that money, all that gold, just nothing. Nothing happened in the nether either, don't even know why I tried. I didn't think anything would happen when I used these Eye of Enders, and maybe there is a way to find the end, but this is definitely not it, at least on a super flat world. Oh well, there's lots of other things to do, and because it's super flat, they're gonna be really hard and take tons of time. I'm mostly back out adventuring for iron. I don't really want to build an iron farm, but it'd probably be pretty efficient in super flat. I also just love filling out this map. It's so green. Today was the first day where I didn't really find anything new while exploring. I have most of the villager trading stuff. Of course, there's still a ton of value out here. I'm grabbing all the lava I can, checking the different chests. There's good stuff. The plan was pretty much to stay out until my sword broke on these golems, and then I'd go home. I gotta say though, part of me is pretty sad that I couldn't find an end fortress. If I had an elytra, this would be a lot easier. You know, I'll live though. I played Minecraft for years without an elytra. You don't need one. Oh, and I definitely know it's not pronounced elytra, but at this point I just say it to make people mad. Now I'm on my way back. My sword's about to break. Murdering the innocent is hard work. Oh yeah, Slime Hut, sweet Slime Hut. It's great to be home. Took most of the day stashing away all my items. I don't have storage because I'm a terrible person. I know I recently got done saying that I like the way the map looks, but when you put it on the wall, that's ugly. Day 42 was a good one. I was able to buy my first diamond pickaxe with emeralds. Now I can finally get rid of that corner obsidian piece that's been bothering me since I put it down. I also went to the nether and stole my generated portal's obsidian as well. It's a good life hack. I've been really cautious on what to use my actual diamonds for, but making an enchanting table was obviously a no-brainer. And thanks to tons of librarians that I stole books from, this thing's fully functional. Thing is, you need lapis lazuli to enchant, and the only way I can get that is through the cleric, so that's a little annoying. That didn't stop me from enchanting my new pickaxe. Efficiency 4, not bad. Farming is getting a little old. I mean, not for you. I can cut it up because I'm an expert editor, but for me, it's getting old. You know, this may be one of the last harvests. I'm gonna do the unspeakable. I'm gonna build an iron farm. It's gotta be up in the air though, and I was afraid of falling and dying, so I made myself some feather falling boots for safety. But of course, as you know, obviously, I'm playing on super flat, which is gonna make building an iron farm a little more difficult. One of the things I'm definitely gonna need is a name tag, and instead of trying to get one luckily from some random village, I'm just gonna make a librarian. This took all day because I wanted a mending librarian, but I got one. Nice. Now I have to get him to master level, which just means I need more money. When does it end? Oh, it'll never end, because life is eternal suffering. I made a speed farm, which kinda helped. I just don't have a really good way of getting bones. I'll figure it out. It's not even half over. Hopefully like my real life. Not sure why, but my FOV was all weird day 46. Gotta put it back to 69 where it belongs. So this is the start of my iron farm. I'm not very good at building them because I don't like building them because I find them cruel, which is weird because I'm generally pretty cruel in the game anyway, but whatever. Again, I still need a ton of items to make this thing happen, but at least I've got some sort of structure done. Well, it's very ugly and I already hate it, but I'm not gonna give up so soon. First things first, gotta dig a tunnel to that other village. It was a lot quicker this time because I had a diamond shovel. I'm gonna set up a villager breeder over here for the iron farm, and they're, you know, just useful to have even if you're not building an iron farm. Hey, look at that, it's already working pretty good. These villagers are far too trusting. Yeah, it's not much, but it's simple and it works, which is really all you can ask for a super flat world. I gave them some bread and they started reproducing faster than your mom. Securing unlimited villagers for myself was definitely a good play. I think this will turn out to be very profitable. Though to build that iron farm, I need a name tag, which means I need to farm. You gotta know, the whole time I was chopping and farming, I was brainstorming more ideas to make more money. I'm not dead set on anything. Today I played with the idea of an auto netherrack farm, but I don't think that can even exist. Well, you know what? It's called netherwart, not netherrack. The slimes must be getting to me. Why did bats spawn? And why did so many of them spawn? You know, this is the first time I've seen my iron farm, at least what should be an iron farm, from this far out, and it totally ruins the super flat aesthetic. You know what, though? I just got a sweet idea, and it involves sheep. As you can see, I've never made an auto sheep farm before, but it will require a lot less resources than building an iron farm and shouldn't be as ugly. Gathering all the supplies for an auto sheep farm took less than a day. Probably would have been faster if my chests weren't so cluttered. Not sure why I killed zombies tonight. I normally just go to bed and let the sun burn them. Must have been dealing with some personal stuff. It's official. I'm getting rid of the iron farm. Or I guess I should say I'm getting rid of this ugly dirt thing I built in the sky. Like I said previously, I've never made an auto sheep farm before, so most of day 52 was just me tinkering. You know, I made some progress day 53. I have a sheep and he should be farmed. I think? Now, at this point, only the collection system works, but you can see by how I move my mouse, I was at least proud of myself with that. Okay, I think it's working now, and, you know, it was way easier to build than any iron farm. I think finally my farming days are numbered. I know I've said that like 10 times now, but I really think this is the one. All right, now I just gotta work on expanding it. Sheep, you know what to do. By the end of the day, I had 2 sheep in these pens that are gonna be farmed forever. This is free wool, automatically, forever. You may cringe at me using slimes for this, but it's pretty much the only block I have unlimited of. I mean, I guess there's dirt, but I don't want to make it out of dirt. The hardest part about all of this is getting the sheep where you need them. The actual farm is not that difficult to build. Though looking back, this is a pretty wasteful collection system. I don't need all these hoppers and minecarts. I do need more iron though. One nice thing about the villager breeder I built is that it's kind of like an iron farm, a low-key one. Got tons of iron today. Day 56, I expanded the collection system. The old one was a horrible waste of iron. I'm really starting to hit my flow putting these sheep in. The more I do, the faster I get. Though I'll say having to expand the collection system every time I want to put a new sheep in is definitely not efficient. But because this is super flat, before I do that thing, I have to do another thing so I can get a separate thing to create the first thing. Wow, what a super effective cobblestone generator that didn't break immediately. Oh, I built another generator that was much more effective, but then a creeper decided to explode and a gang of zombies got in the camp. You know, at least this happened at night, so it's not a bunch of slimes. Wow, today was awful. The sun is coming up and I am just now going to bed. An apple a day keeps the slimes away. No, it doesn't. Nothing keeps the slimes away. All right, get on down here, sheep number 7 or 8. I don't know, I'm getting to a point where I can't even count how many I have. Sure, it's all automatic, but you need a lot of wool to make profits. I mean, 18 white wool for an emerald, that's pretty steep. As you can see though, I've got some massive plans for this sheep farm. It's gonna be profitable one way or another. More of the same day 58, just putting sheeps in their holes. This one got stuck in some slime though and didn't make it. I hope the others didn't see that. The rest of the day I pretty much just farmed up cobblestone and got wool the entire time thanks to my sheepy employees. First thing I did day 59 was go harvest more iron, and honestly I might still build an iron farm because this is just a sad way to get it. I decided to put the infrastructure for these sheep in all today. There's room for 20. I built the rail system for 20 sheep as well, so getting them in should be a breeze from here on out. You can tell by all my sheep plots that this is gonna be quite the farm when it's all done. Unlimited profit potential. And you know, I still don't regret building it all out of slime. I know you're supposed to use glass, but I have no idea how to get glass, so this works. Sad news though today, my horse died. Pretty sure he suffocated in this big tree. The slimes care not for my grief. You know what though, today I think I'm actually gonna finish it. Setting up all the guts first was a good play. Somehow I ran out of slime though, so I took some from my house. I installed some white trim, it makes it look modern. That was a Reno joke for those dumb enough to buy a fixer-upper like me. Still need more slime though, so I spent the night clubbing some of the babies. And now it's done. I have 20 sheep being automatically farmed for wool forever. Well, technically, at this time, still had to put one more in, but I don't have a better shot of it, so this is what you get. Now that the sheep farm's done, I'm gonna let it produce for a few days, so I decided to grab a horse in the slime fields, which was just terrifying. I had a pretty close call here with an iron golem, 1.5 hearts, and I would have been dead. That's why I don't like doing that without armor. Probably should have just stayed by the sheep where it was safe. Oh no, I wasn't safe at all. I tried to make a makeshift iron farm inside of my villagers, and 2 baby zombies had another idea. It was fine, I had my plate body on, but these things are still annoying. All I ended up doing was making a big mess. Then I tried to clean up the mess the next day, and the slimes were out, so that's awesome. I'm gonna try to set up a system for infecting and then curing zombie villagers down here. Might be a little difficult, but I'm a big boy, I'll figure it out. It's nothing crazy, just some fence and a hole, but that's pretty much all you need. And after a night of trapping zombies, as you can see, it works. But remember, I'm cursed to this flat existence, and doing anything at all requires planning, googling, and time. Also the killing of several slimes. To make a potion of weakness to cure a zombie villager, I need to kill a witch at night to get a lucky sugar drop, but a creeper decided to throw a wrench in my plans right at sunset. So it looks like tonight I'm patching holes and killing slimes instead of doing what I wanted. Farming more iron day 65 and got bopped pretty good again. That's why I always wear armor when I do this. I needed the iron to level up my weaponsmith. I'm getting close to that diamond sword. I can see a diamond axe. And here we go, day 66. I got my weaponsmith to master and he'll sell me diamond swords. That's nice. And after a quick enchanting session, I got a pretty powerful sword. Sharpness 3 and knockback 2 ain't too bad. I know my shovel's still iron, but now I can purchase every single diamond tool from my villagers. I guess I don't have hoes, but whatever. Sure, I don't got hoes, but I got my witches. I've got to kill a bunch of them tonight to try to get a lucky sugar drop. With my new diamond sword, it was pretty easy. I just ran up to them on horseback and sliced them before they could throw a potion. After a whole night, I only got 1 sugar. But you know, that's enough. Day 67, I had to go to the nether. I need mushrooms and gold to complete the potion of weakness. Gold's pretty much everywhere in the nether now, so that was pretty easy to get. And the brown mushrooms were a little more scarce, but I still found those too. And after a quick brewing session, I have everything I needed to make myself some zombie villagers. My system's insanely low tech. It's made of mostly dirt, but my shepherd already buys wool for 11 apiece. Took about a day and 3 cures, but now I have a shepherd that buys 1 wool for 1 emerald. And with how much wool I can make per day, this is is gonna be huge. Thing is though, now I have way more wool than I could even sell, so I want to get a second cured shepherd, so it was back to the nether. I'm really not sure what I would have done without this nether gold. Otherwise, in super flat, I don't think it would be possible to find it. Wandering through the nether, I found myself a black stone fortress, and I know for a fact there's tons of gold in there. Being very careful, I went straight for these gold blocks without touching everything. Once you're up here, all of the piglins can't really get to you. And then of course, once you start touching the gold, all of the piglin brutes and most of the piglins make themselves known, and you can just shoot them with your bow. And once all the piglins are dead, there's pretty much nothing to be afraid of, so I looted up to my heart's content. Yeah, in the big chest, I even found an ancient debris. That's pretty awesome. Filled to the absolute brim with gold and loot, I went home. It was a great day. So then, of course, I got to curing my second shepherd. It's gonna be a pretty long night for him. Yeah, not much else going on. Could have farmed, but really didn't want to. I still have to wait for that last shepherd to cure up, so today I decided to build a disposal system. I have so much trash. It took all day because I didn't Google, but you're never gonna learn anything if you just Google. I got the system working, but don't have enough lava to actually make it dispose of things. It was no problem though. I just took some lava from my cobblestone generator. And thanks to my years in gamer college, I was able to make an auto disposal system / cobblestone generator that works flawlessly. Second shepherd's done too. Of course, he buys white wool for 1 emerald a piece, but if I could get my hands on some gray wool, I could make even more money. Day 72, I spent some time cleaning up my items. I still don't have a storage system, but at least I can get rid of trash. Oh, and I got some absolutely insane luck. A wandering trader showed up. I've been waiting for this. I don't know how, but I needed black dye, and a day later, this guy shows up and sells me black dye. This is just insanely lucky. In super flat, there's a ton of items that can only be got from the wandering trader, and it's so lucky that I got black dye here. So all I had to do was dye a few sheep gray, and now I'll automatically make some profits off that wool as well. And then to top it all off, some raiders showed up. What is happening? Well, I guess I'm doing a raid now. It's only level 1. I'll be careful. I should be fine. The hardest part was just getting them to come to me. They'd spawn out in the flats, and I'd have to shoot them with my arrows from far away. Eventually, I just did everything on horseback, which seemed to work a lot better. There's a lot of room to run around here. I was worried about some of the bigger mobs like Ravagers, but again, on a horse in the open, they can't really touch me. Of course, I was most worried about the Evokers. They're very fast and spawn the Vex, but in the open, that wasn't much trouble. And I just got my first Totem of Undying. Nice. I know I have walls, diamond armor, diamond tools and stuff, but I never really feel comfortable in a hardcore world unless I have that totem. I wasted a lot of arrows on the rest of the raid, but it was pretty straightforward. It was level 1. It still took pretty much a whole day, but I beat the raid, became a hero, and got some totems and sugar in the process. That was very stressful, but at least now I know I can do raids about once a centennial. The hero status didn't help too much. I got some discounted golden carrots, but my main money-making method is already maxed out. I put some blue orchids in front of my house. They're my favorite flower, and then realized that my house is kind of ugly and probably should be demolished. I've made a nice industrial district here. It's kept me alive, kept me fed, kept my pockets full, but it's not home. So the first thing I did on day 76 is I put down some blocks where I'll build my new property. Of course, my slime supervisors helped a ton. You know, I'm gonna try to keep it pretty flat. Super flat, even. I carved out a massive section of dirt underneath my new home, and this is where I'll put a lot of the stuff that I need, like storage. I've just really come to like the bedrock flooring. It's solid and sturdy, unlike your grandma. Things were off center, so I had to spend most of day 77 fixing it. I'm gonna blame the slimes. Oh, and I will be building with emeralds here. If you don't like it, it's probably because you're in the firm clutches of poverty. Thought it might be snazzy to add a piston door, but there's no way I can install one without it looking like absolute garbage, so I threw that concept out quick. Also, because I can't source glass, I still have slime windows. I've definitely got to fix that. Today was monumental though. I tore down my old slime shack. It's been used and abused for the last 70 days or so and just needed to be put down. But hey, for the first time in 78 days, I have an actual roof over my head. There's still slimes everywhere, but part of this build is getting rid of them, so their days are numbered. I guess my days are numbered too, and today's number is 79, where I'm still working on my house. You know, the flatness of this world can be quite beautiful, but I need a wall. I feel naked without one. And this wall I want to make nice. No more oak fences for me. I'm gonna make some nice cooked stone. Day 80, I grabbed some lava from the nether. It's pretty much unlimited fuel since I got access to it. Then I got my stone cooking, did some chores. It was a very productive day 80. Any day that has wall building is a good day in my book, and today I put up huge amounts of wall. Stone brick may be just as effective as oak fence at keeping out slimes, but you can't deny it doesn't look nicer. I'm gonna make this one a double layer wall. You can never have too much. Unfortunately, slimes are still actively spawning inside of my wall, but I'll fix it eventually. Well, this is a little awkward. I wasn't recording for a day, but I started putting some carpet down. The carpet will prevent any monster from spawning inside of my wall, even the slime. It's gonna take a long time to fill it all up, but it'll be worth it in the end. So now I'm just working on making everything in the house look nicer. It's not that big, so I can put in some fancy touches. I think this black and white floor with the gilded pieces looks pretty nice. Today I finally finished the emerald walls. It was only a matter of time with how much money I can make. And in an attempt to get actual glass, I tried to get silk touch on a pickaxe, and maybe I'd steal it from some villagers, but it didn't work today. I decided to scrap that idea and went over to my villager breeder, day 84, to try to get a librarian to sell me some glass. Gotta say, it's kind of funny how many dirt pillars are around this villager breeder. Everyone is from an iron golem golem who died. Spent a ton of money on the first guy and he didn't sell me glass. That was just awful. However, on day 85, after some quick sheep profits, I got a librarian to sell me glass. Not gonna lie, going back home, this glass felt like diamonds. I didn't even bother making glass panes. I just put the blocks in. Ah, it's so transparent. There's still a lot of work to do around here, but getting that glass was a massive goal of mine. Now I'm working on the basement. The dirt walls are nice and all, but I think black stone might be better. I want to create the illusion that you're not inside a dirt hole. It's gonna take some time and a lot more black stone, but I think in the end it'll look fairly nice. It doesn't matter how many torches I put on my land. I need the carpet to stop the slimes, but I can see the end. It's close. It's a lot of area though. I'm just glad I have 20 sheeps working round the clock. Putting in this design kinda helped. At least it stopped the big slimes from spawning, so there's that. Yeah, a couple more days it should be done, and honestly, I can't wait. Well, I never put lights up around the walls, so now creepers are spawning inside. This shouldn't be a problem in a few days, but this is definitely a problem now. I also decided to change up the entryway, give it a little bit more design. I just wish I didn't have an oak door. I guess I could make an iron door today, but I don't know, I just don't like killing them. It just feels bad. Today is the day that I finish the carpet. No more slimes ever. Do you hear that? No, like I'm really asking, do you hear that? Well, you shouldn't, because you can't, because there's no slimes. For the first time ever. Like, I know it's just Minecraft, but I've been listening to those slimes for 88 days now, and it's just so nice to hear nothing but silence! Alright, and now with my increased mental state, it's time to keep working on my house. I always take far too long to build storage, and this playthrough was no different, but at least I got it done. It's not like I had that many items anyway. It was a good opportunity to go back to the industrial district and clean stuff up, grab items that I need, that sort of thing. Sure, I'll miss my old slime hut, but you gotta love my house now. Fits that super flat aesthetic perfectly. Day 89, I cleaned up some of the dirt pillars outside the villager breeder. They were making me feel bad. I also moved my nether portal over by the villager breeder. I couldn't find a good spot to put it in my house. Then I went back to that blackstone fortress I know about and mined tons of the blackstone for my basement. Also killed some baby hoglins because I hate them. Back to reality, day 90, putting some blackstone in my storage. It's starting to look okay. I was gonna do the ceiling too, but then Tor said she liked it, so it's staying. Other than that, was kind of figuring out where I wanted to put my new enchanting room. Yeah, it's gonna be under my house. Day 91, the enchanting room was finally underneath my house. And I immediately made a nice new diamond sword with smite and mending called Smoter. That wasn't all I did. I also made some mending armor and some of my tools got mending as well. I know I can technically buy as many diamonds as I want, but now I can work on getting some perfect armor and it won't break on me. However, Smoter, my new sword, does have smite and also looting 3, which makes it perfect for wither skeletons. Yep, that's right. I'm gonna try to fight the wither by day 100, and with this new sword, it should be possible. And you know, fighting the wither is pretty essential to most Minecraft playthroughs if you want beacons, and I definitely want beacons. You can help yourself get more skulls by having a looting 3 sword, but also increasing the surface area of the nether fortress is a good way to go too. I was feeling pretty confident. After 2 days, I got 2 skulls, which means 1 more and I'm fighting William. I've had pretty good luck in this series though, finding diamonds in a village, getting a wandering trader to sell me black dye, and surviving the few close calls that I had, but it makes sense I would have some bad luck, and on day 94, I didn't get the last skull. Statistically speaking, by day 95, I was overdue for that last skull. Yeah, and running around a nether fortress isn't exactly the most fun or safe thing to do. I really don't like being down here. Well, killing some hoglin children made me feel a little better. Piglin? Hoglin? Who cares? Understand that there was no point whatsoever where I was ever going to give up. It's just not in my notable nature. Still, I was very happy to get the last skull early on day 96. So now I'm just gonna take the next few days to prepare myself to fight the wither. It's gonna be a little interesting on a super flat world. Day 97, I tried my best to make some protection mending armor. It's really good against the wither. It took pretty much all my money and emeralds, but now everything but my chest plate has protection 4 and mending. And the chest plate has protection 3, so I'm pretty much perfect. I should have made a better bow. I worked on my axe instead and broke my anvil, and there's no way I'm getting enough iron to make a new one. I really hope that doesn't come back to bite me. Hopefully a power 2 bow is enough. I think I was pretty much ready by day 98, but my anxiety led me to triple and double check. If I want to continue this series, I can't die. By the way, if you'd like me to continue this series, you could always hit the like button, you could write a comment, maybe subscribe, show a little support. Alright, day 99, I hit the road. You gotta know I'd never fight the wither near my house. I have a plan, and it involves golems. I'm gonna spawn the wither in this church and surround it by golems. I'm not sure if it'll work, but it's worth a shot. When I went to summon the wither on day 100, unfortunately the footage corrupted. Not all of it though, I've got the fight here. The golems died almost immediately. Moving fast was a definite advantage, and I thought my horse would help. Though tragically, it didn't take long for my horse to get absolutely clapped. After my horse died, I just went in with a blind rage, and surprisingly, the wither didn't do too much damage to me. Between golden carrots and protection armor, my health health stayed up pretty well. Sadly, the footage got deep fried, but at least I killed the Wither and got the Nether Star. It's such a shame the footage held together so well in this video, don't know why it crapped out of me in the most important part. Anyway, I bunny hopped back home and installed my first beacon, on gold because I don't have enough emeralds. These 100 days of Super Flat have been quite the journey. I didn't know what to expect when I started, but I knew it would be a wild ride, and it was. If you want to see 200 days of Super Flat or even 1,000, let me know by hitting the like button. I'd really appreciate that. Also, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thank you all for watching. Stay notable.